What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So this week's video is going to be things I'm loving, as well as a sort of a pre-fall wish list, like things that I've been looking at. I can't consider these things like top 10, the things I'm going to talk about today, because I haven't had them long enough. They're just my initial reactions, and like, you know, like you just know something's going to be good. Some of the things I've actually used, obviously, but not long enough to give a real like stamp of top 10. This is what I've been using all month long. It's just sort of initial reactions. I may have used them for the last couple days or so, or tried them on and I'm like, look, this is going to work. So I also want to get into, like I said, my pre-fall wish list. I haven't really created a wish list yet. I have a few things I'm looking at, a few things that are on the way, some things that I have actually purchased and shared with you guys. And I just want to go a little deeper into like what I'm thinking about for fall. So let's go. Okay, the first thing on that list is going to be this Amazon robe. Okay, I will show you guys a longer version of this. When I say everything, if you have been looking for that dressing robe, I'm a girl, I watch Gilded Age, Bridgerton, and it's so funny to me. I tell my husband after watching these shows, I want a ladies' maid. Like, I want someone to come get me dressed, right? Someone I can say, take this dress and get it hemmed or whatever. Like, I just love that whole part of those kind of shows. My cousin actually over on Instagram, she had posted this robe. She FaceTimed me and I was like, immediately link it. The girls need to know. This robe is everything. If you guys are like a loungewear person, those things are expensive. And when it comes to like long gowns, robes, silk pajamas, they can be very expensive. Most robes that we saw in this, like with all of this billowy, you know, greatness, was upwards of $500 to $1,000. When I tell you, this is the best $80 to $90 you're ever going to spend if you are that kind of person. Now, granted, this is not a robe for cooking pancakes and fried chicken in, okay? This is for sashaying around the house. I personally wouldn't go up and down stairs. It is tall girl friendly. If you are 6'5", baby, this is the robe for you, okay? It is super duper long. I'm thinking about having it hemmed, but this is actually a photo shoot. That's how it's kind of named on Amazon. It is a photo shoot, pregnancy, bridal, sort of like exaggerated robe. It is so good, guys. I'm not just saying that to say it. It is really good. It has the beautiful feathers here. It's dramatic. Now, my household takes nothing serious. Okay, I've been married for 20 years, and here's the reason why. I unbox this beautiful robe. I pull it out, and my husband says, "Who do you think you are? Ric Flair?" And he proceeds to go around the house for the next 30 to 45 minutes saying, "Woo!" Now, this is funny because I'm a fan of wrestling. I grew up in a household with, I have 6 siblings. The 2 behind me are 2 brothers. And it was only us for the first like 6 years. And then I have, an 8-year gap between my 3rd brother and my sister, who's the 4th child, right? So it was just us for 8 long years. And I had to sit through wrestling and what I consider like boy shows. So I'm a girl who grew up or still likes like wrestling. I know who The Rock is, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, all of that stuff. I can put you in a sleeper and I can put you in a figure 4, okay, if I had to. So it was so funny to me, and we kind of bond off that kind of stuff because I'm not as girly as people think I am. So when I say hilarious, like I have been walking around this house in full-on tears laughing at him. So anyway, beautiful robe. It is for aesthetics. It's not something I think really, like I said, you're going to walk around and clean up, not in this robe. This is for getting you a cute cup of tea and sitting down somewhere, because you will fall down the steps, okay? And this stuff is in no particular order, guys. I'm just going to just go through a list of things that I have been looking at, okay? So the next thing is going to be these jackets from Ego Shoes is the website. So you guys have seen the viral Ghani jacket. I wanted my hands on that jacket. I'm trying to justify the price. I believe it's about $600 and something. I did splurge last year and bought the Sandro jacket. I just don't want to get into these habits of like jackets being $600 and $700, okay? So as much as I love this Ghani jacket, I was this close to purchasing it. It just came back in stock. If you're looking for it, I will link it below. But I found these 2 jackets from Ego, and I was thoroughly impressed. The olive jacket is better quality. where the olive jacket is better quality, while the tan jacket is just okay. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's just okay. Will it give you the aesthetic? Absolutely. Is it gonna keep you warm? No. This is for a good 60-degree day. 55 could possibly be pushing it, okay? But it gives the exact aesthetic. I'm in a size medium here. That's all they had available on the site, which fits. The body of the jacket fits perfectly, but the belts were a little bit small. I tied them to the side and like moved the grommets over to give the same look as the Ghani jacket. It works. If you're in the range of $45 and you don't want to spend $600, these two jackets are a must. Pick them up. The next thing is going to be cashmere sweaters. And why are you talking about cashmere sweaters in the summer? Okay, so towards the beginning of, actually when August started, I don't know what happened in the DMV, but it got really cold. I'm up super early in the morning on a commuter bus, which is freezing. But it's most of our mornings started off in August at like 60 degrees. I think one morning it was down to like 55. So I woke up like, okay, I want to wear this linen set or whatever, but I'm freezing on the bus. It's cool outside. And I went back for my Banana Republic cashmere sweaters. If you invest in anything this winter, fall, whatever, get you some cashmere sweaters. I have gotten already my money's worth. I got them at the end of the season, which they were on good sale. I believe I paid around $70 for each of them. Well worth the money. Really good cashmere. And you guys know all cashmere is not created equal. You can go into a Nordstrom's Rack, for instance, and get a Nordstrom's Rack cashmere sweater. It will not. And I repeat, it will not be the same as a high quality, good quality, I would say, cashmere. Now, granted, you put this up against a Brunello Cucinelli cashmere, it probably won't stand the test, right? But I find Banana Republic to have really great quality cashmere, and I wear these over the shoulder for the last couple of weeks because we've been kind of in and out, right? Really cool in the morning or throughout the whole day, but it's so easy to just drape over a linen outfit. Now, it's so funny because you wouldn't think of linen and cashmere together, but it's been working, right? And so speaking of linen, I have been living in this linen set from Aritzia. Love it down. Do you hear me? I wish they would make this in another material for fall. I love a two-piece set. I mean, who doesn't like a cohort set? It's easy. You can easily throw it on. We need another material. The length of the pants, the quality, the shirt, it's just perfection. I have worn this quite a bit. I just got it. I want to say maybe at the end of July. It is in rotation every week at work. I have the pants in black, the pants in tan, and I have the top in tan. And I interchangeably wear them. You know, I wear it as one whole set with all tan. But I've worn the black pants with the tan top, or the black pants with a, silky top for work. It's just great. If you're looking for great linen, and I know we're at the end of the year, pick these up. Fantastic set. I spoke about this H&M skirt in my last video. You guys know I wore it in the vlog for Virginia Beach. I can't talk enough about it. I do think it will translate into fall. The skirt itself is fairly thin. It has a lot of stretch. But I do think with the right boots, like this could really be a look, right? You throw a blazer on, a great pair of like over-the-knee boots, especially early fall when you can just do it with a nice pair of sandals or pumps. I think this can be really great. So I would say pick this up. It was on sale on the website, but it just makes me happy. I don't know how to explain it. It's something about the way the little fringes go back and forth when I'm wearing it. I don't know. It just like gives something. So I like this a lot. The next thing is going to be my COS bags. So you guys know I took the COS bag that I got last year that kind of looks like the Letico bag from Alaya. And I took the handles and I tied them down into a knot to make the handles kind of short. So I like the Letico bag, but with the two short handles. Now here's what's funny. I was going to take this bag and had the handle cut. I went to a cleaner's and I asked, the shoe cobbler was also there. Fun fact, if you don't know, a shoe cobbler can also fix your handbags. If you have a handbag that has a broken strap, you can take it to a shoe cobbler. They have their, because of the heavy duty machines that they have for shoes, they can also use it to fix your purses, because purses require more than a regular sewing machine. You have to have an industrial sewing machine. So because they sew shoes, on that same machine, they can also do bags. So it dawned on me like, oh, I can have this bag handle cut and they can make the strap smaller. But then I said, okay, well, it's long enough and pliable enough that if I tie it in a knot, it gives me the option that if I ever get tired of the short handle, I can have long too. So I tied it and it worked. When I say the leather on this bag, I find myself pulling for this more than my higher end bags. When COS does leather, they do it right. This bag is a lambskin. It's nice, it's soft, it's supple. And speaking of that, that COS clutch. Can't say enough about it. Again, if you don't want to spend a ton of money on a Bottega clutch, you guys know the one I'm talking about. It's kind of like a dumpling. This is the bag for you. It holds a ton. Good leather, great quality, minimal. The one thing about the Bottega bag, I think, is the fact that it has the it's no hardware, right? You get tired trying to figure out, does your bag match with your hardware and what you have on and blah, blah, blah. So this is perfect for that, to add that simplistic luxury to your aesthetic or to your outfit. It's perfect. So if you're looking at COS, and I have a COS bag that's actually in my wish list I'm going to show you guys, check out their accessories. They're top tier. They really are. They're top tier. So the next thing is going to be this LYS bronzer. So I was in Sephora recently, and I've heard of this brand before. Never tested it out. I actually am wearing it today. So I use the LYS bronzing stick. I use it here and actually on my nose, and I am loving this. So twice this week I have two colors, Courage and Honest. I have on Honest right now. It's a little bit deeper than Courage, but I wore them to work and I got compliments twice on my makeup. And I don't wear a lot of makeup to work. I'm kind of do like a no makeup look. Like right now I don't have on a liquid foundation. I have on concealer, bronzer, blush, and I use the Fenty powder foundation. I just kind of swirl the brush around just to tone everything down a bit, and that's it. Like, that's my no makeup look, right? But I was thoroughly surprised. Really great creamy contour sticks. So I've been using it the last like week or so. Highly recommend if you're looking for something new for contouring or bronzing. Also, while I was in Sephora, I came across, I've heard of the brand Fleur, which is a perfume brand. And I was going through, because I've heard so much about it. I do have the peach skin, which I love. I wear it usually at night or if I'm running errands. It's a nice light scent. And you guys know people love to mix and match the Fleur body sprays together. But something said just go try the perfumes. I found Father Figure, my new favorite everyday scent. My new favorite everyday scent. So I have been pulling this out. I purchased this on about a week ago, and I've been wearing it every day. Now, they also have the deodorant, which I'm thinking about. I'm a Donna Karan deodorant girl, but the only gripe I have about that deodorant, which smells amazing, by the way, it does get a lot of like deodorant balls, I guess. And so in the summertime, it can be a little bit of a headache, because if you're wearing a tank top, you can, if I lift my arm up, you can see the deodorant. So I heard that the deodorant and the way that it's made up is aluminum free, but you don't see the deodorant, and something about the chemical, not the chemical, but there's something in it that kills the bacteria, which is different. Because if you ever use aluminum free deodorant, baby, let me tell you, I've tried it and failed miserably, okay? I don't know what it is about aluminum free, but it will bring the man out of you, okay? And I would be in bed, and I don't wear deodorant at night because I'm like, okay, I can wash and just go to sleep. Baby, I would wake up and I'm like, what grown man besides my husband, what other man has been in here? Because what is this smell? I was so confused, and I realized it was me. It was me. So the next thing I'm loving is going to be something I rediscovered. Lip gloss, okay? So I don't know what happened. I was in MAC recently, and I don't know what made me buy, I think, a small lip gloss. I think I wanted to do like a little look, and I was like, let me just buy a lip gloss. Baby, let me tell you something. Did we forget? Story time. We're in Virginia Beach. We're walking over to the Cavalier, and I'm looking cute. And I decided to do my nude lip like I always do, but I wanted a bit of like, I'm not a shiny lip girl. I love a matte lip. But if it's going to be shiny, it has to be more like a glaze. I don't like just a wet lip. I don't know how to like a greasy lip. That's what it is. I don't like a greasy lip. I like a glassy, glazy kind of lip, right? And I feel like most lip glosses, when they dry down, they go on very glazy and pretty, but then you'll look up and it looks like you've had a greasy piece of chicken, right? I don't like that look. Why did I forget about lip gloss? Okay, so I put the lip gloss on, y'all. A bug flew and got stuck to the lip gloss, okay? That's how strong this stuff is, okay? Now, I was completely mortified. I had to wipe my whole lip off, disinfect my lip. So I had to go back and reapply everything when I got to the restaurant. I was mortified. He was stuck and he could not get up, okay? I am hollering and screaming for my husband, and he finally got it off, and I had to take everything. It was a disaster. It was a whole production. But needless to say, that's how strong lip gloss is. It is still a very beautiful, glazy lip situation, okay? Go back and get your lip gloss, okay? So something else I discovered that I had on my shelf and I just hadn't pulled for it is this Patrick Tar Major Glow. Baby, I don't know if you guys can see, I have it on today. Now listen, there are a lot of things that's going to give you like a shine. I love the Lancome, let me show you guys. I love the Lancome Nutrix Royal Body. This is really good. They're having a sale right now too for 30% off. I'm going to replenish this as well. But this is a really good body balm, nice and light. And it gives that your décolletage a very nice, beautiful, you know, shine. But I happened to pull this out. So I'm like, oh, I have this beautiful, you know, I love the packaging. It's so pretty, you know, just sitting on your vanity. And I'm like, oh, let me just use this. Amazing. 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 I need to look it up to see how much it actually costs. I hope it's not too expensive, but you get a substantial amount. Does it say it on here? 7.4 ounces. This is what it looks like on the inside. It smells really pretty. It's a nice, it's really good. Now this packaging is tricky because you get this big square, but if you can tell from here, it's inside of like a round cylinder. So it's not full of the body butter, but it's really good. So if you're looking for a new body butter or something different than you already have, check out the Patrick Tar Major Glow. So the next thing I got was from Amazon. And so if you've seen me do recently like my Just Got Paid Friday footage, I am using this device here. Now I saw it first on the TikTok shop. When I tell you, if you are an influencer, this is an influencer's dream, okay? It is the perfect little small device. As you can see, your phone actually sticks here. I'll show you guys. It sticks like that. So it's very easy to like hold and like do your footage. You have a Bluetooth, it's missing right now, but there's a Bluetooth little button that goes here. So if you want to sort of do the camera like this and hold it and take pictures like a camera, you could. Also, you can use this device to like trigger it to start recording if you're kind of away from your phone, which is great. And I know for me, I've been out and I knew I wanted to do this series where I would be in a restaurant. You can't pull a full tripod out. That would be utterly ridiculous. But this has the right amount of length. The base is really small, so it fits really well on a table. Also, I think if you're out and about and you're shopping and you want to put your phone on a shelf really quick to like walk past in Walmart, you don't have the space for a huge tripod with this really big bottom, right? And you get enough, I think, length where even if you're at like a shorter shelf, you get some length on it, right? I also love the fact that you can connect it to your bag or just kind of hold it on your keychain. It's perfect. I got it from Amazon. If you are a content creator, I highly recommend, or anyone that like captures footage just to keep you hands-free. But this is the device I've been using while in restaurants. Like I said, it sits on the table perfectly and it's not too distracting. When you're out filming content as a content creator, it's something I think for me, I've been doing it now for what, 3 years, 2 years. You never get used to it. And no one wants to be kind of stared at by people like, what is she over there doing, right? This kind of helps bring that tone down a bit. So I highly recommend it. Next thing, I just purchased this for my husband. I already had one. This is the Guru Nanda water flosser, right? If you can't see it because it's blown out, I would link it. I will put it closer. Let's see here. I think the light is too light, but you guys can see here. This is a portable water flosser. Listen, if you are not a water flosser person, I highly recommend you be one, okay? If you never water floss, you probably have lettuce in your teeth from 3 weeks ago. I don't care how much you brush. I don't care how much you floss. A water flosser is going to get deep down in your teeth and take out things you didn't even know were there, okay? So, of course, the one that we have at home is kind of big and bulky, and I'm like, I'm not taking that with me on vacation. And we've been traveling quite a bit, so I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this one that's on the go. Guru Nanda, I think, in general, as a brand, has really great stuff when it comes to your like your teeth, like the toothbrushes. I love they have like a mouth rinse that's really great. They have whitening strips, a whitening pen, really great products, and they're not super expensive, but this right here is a must. If you are someone who travels a lot, I would say get this. This is my second one. I have one for me, and now he has one for himself. So the last thing on this things that I have been loving list is going to be 2 food things. I need to lose, like right now, within the next 10 minutes, 10 to 15 pounds, okay? I have to get better. So I'm trying to get my diet together. If you follow me over on Instagram, these things are not new. I've been talking about them before, but this is going to be my thing for the next week or so. Tuna fish on a seaweed wrap. Delicious, okay? So I'm talking just tuna fish. Put your seasoning in it, a good salt and pepper, whatever, your mayo, whatever you want to put inside. I put that on top of a little piece of seaweed. I get my seaweed from Trader Joe's, and I sprinkle a little bit of the Trader Joe's chili crunch on top. Delicious. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm super hungry, but when I say delicious, it's delicious, okay? My other favorite thing is going to be carrot salad. You guys have probably heard me talk about this a lot, again, over on my IG page, especially in stories. Carrot salad for the win. When I say they say eat your skincare, this is the way to do it. Super easy to make. I will put a recipe if I can below, or the person where I got it from, which is Cassie over on TikTok. You guys probably follow her. She's a food TikToker. I think she's a chef. I got the recipe from her. Delicious, okay? And it just gets better. Like, you can eat it almost immediately, but it's one of those things that get better and better and better as time goes on. I actually feel like it's something that holds a long life in your fridge because you're putting rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, sesame seeds, garlic. It's almost like pickling. So I can't imagine it goes bad really fast. I've had some that has been in my fridge for maybe a week or so, and it's just fine. It's still nice and crunchy and crisp. Delicious, okay? Okay, so let's get into some things that I have been looking at, sort of my pre-fall list. Now, some of these things I have coming this week, I've already ordered, so let's get into it. So first up is this Anthropologie corset top. It came to my timeline in the spaghetti strap, and I was like, oh, this will be cute under a blazer. But then I saw this version and thought this would be even better. So it comes this week. I hope it looks great. I can see this under blazers, under a open like white shirt with it being kind of flirty and kind of unbuttoned a little bit lower. I can see it actually on top of a white button-up shirt to kind of give that, you guys have seen like a corset over top of a white shirt feel. And you guys know I purchased the Chanel ties. So I think like all of that aesthetic will work together as like a romantic vibe. So loving this, and I will report back whether or not I like it or not. Next up is this COS bag. Now I did not order this, but please, 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 somebody get this. If I did not have my Croc Effect totem bag, this would have been in the cart. I missed out on that French clutch that they had last year. When I saw this, I was like an immediate yes. I couldn't personally justify it for myself, but I am watching to see does it come in a black or another color, because this just, it's giving Joan Clayton, okay? When I think of clutch bags, Joan Clayton comes to my memory every single time. This is such a Joan clutch, okay? Nice, long. I love the handle on it. I did post it in my stories for purchase. It is pricey. I want to say it's almost $300. It's pricey. But again, like I told you, with my 2 COS bags, well worth the money. But I went back and it was already out of stock. So I will link it. If you see it, I say purchase it, and worst case, if you hate it, return it, right? But COS is one of those places where you will lose out on your item. So the next thing on my list is going to be a Chanel 19. Now, a Chanel 19 came to my remembrance because of the COS bag. And it's a bag I've always loved. And it has controversy, I guess, around the Chanel 19. I've always thought it was a great bag. I've always liked the squishiness, softness, pliability of it all. But they're really great on the resale market. I feel like they're a bag that you can get at under $3,000, which for Chanel these days is a good thing. I've loved the mixed metal of it, but when I got the COS bag in a clutch form, I started thinking, man, I wouldn't mind having a bag with a top handle or a shoulder strap to kind of like, bring it all together. And the Chanel 19 came in some really interesting patterns and colors and things like that. So it's on the list. Don't know if I would actually get it. It will really just depend on how the year goes, but it's something that I'm thinking about, and it's on the pre-fall wish list. The next thing is going to be, and it shouldn't be a surprise, I think all the girls are talking about it, a Celine Phantom bag. So the Celine Phantom, which I'm kicking myself, I do this every single time. Certain things are just collector's items. You guys know the Phantom was part of, I think, Phoebe Philo's collection for Celine. Phoebe Philo is iconic. Her collection for Celine are iconic. So I should have known that like it would come back around. When I saw the big bag trend, I should have gotten one. They were like $790 at one point. You almost can't even find a Phantom on Fashion File now. So I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one, but again, it's a collector's item for me. Even back in the day when the Phantom came out, I was like, this is a nice bag, don't get me wrong, but it is humongous. And it doesn't go on your shoulder. You're just going to hold this bag. Much like I think like a 35, Birkin, right? It's big, and you're gonna hold that bag because there's no strap that goes with it, right? So it's something that is on the list that is like, hey, if I'm scrolling one night on Fashion File and I happen to come across it, I will purchase it, but it's nothing that I feel like I have to have right now, right? But if I see one in the right color, I wouldn't mind a suede. Because it's not anything I would carry all the time. It would be like on occasion. And again, a collector's piece. I would love it in a suede color, maybe a brown or cobalt blue. I don't own a cobalt blue bag, so cobalt blue or a brown suede, chocolate brown suede. But yeah, it's on the pre-fall list. But I'm kicking myself. I should have been purchased this. And the next thing is going to be a YSL coat. You guys have probably saw this puffer coat. I think it came out last year or 2 years ago. I heard it is actually in the YSL outlet. We are headed to Florida in a couple weeks. And I'm also headed to New York for a weekend for Fashion Week. I don't think I will make it to Woodbury Common, but Sawgrass may actually have the jacket in there. And I saw it was like on a deep discount. If it's there, I can guarantee you. If it's there and it fits, I will be purchasing this jacket, okay? I thought it was amazing when I saw it last year. I think it is another thing that's kind of like collectors. It will never go out of style. It's just a nice, good lambskin leather jacket. I do wish it didn't have the big YSL down the back, but there's a part of it that kind of leans into like a Letterman's jacket almost in a weird way. So I think it can kind of work, but I think this is so great. And I think when I saw someone talking about it, it was on like a deep, deep discount, like under $1,000. So I can justify that, okay? Especially for leather. And the last jacket is going to be, when I was actually searching for the Ghani jacket, this jacket came up by Max Mara. Took my breath away. Okay? Forget the Ghani jacket. I now want this, okay? Croc Effect leather, Max Mara. Do you see the arms? Do you see the hood on this? Now, I didn't order it because I did see it on, I think, Farfetch or somewhere like that where I'm like, okay, I could have ordered it. I feel like it's going to be stiff. And so, again, because I'm going to Sawgrass, which is a really great outlet. Their Neiman's outlet is amazing. It's kind of a drop in the bucket if they will have it. But New York, the Max Mara store may have it there. So I'm going to just wait it out and see. But I thought this was absolutely beautiful, and I would love to have it in my collection. Now, I wouldn't do both coats. It would be one or the other, but if I'm leaning towards anything, it will be this Max Mara one. If it's soft enough and it's not a heavy, stiffy, I don't want to be stiff and weird and walking kind of strange with the jacket on. If If it looks like this in person and it's soft and movable enough, she's in the cart. She's in the cart. 100%. I also don't know about sizing either, because it's one of those jackets that look like it could be oversized. I just would prefer to try it on in store versus ordering online. Okay, guys, so that is what I'm loving right now and my pre-fall wish list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Anything I can link will be below, and I will see you guys next week.